The easiest way to describe it is rather passive. I mean, clearly he's had the opportunity to encounter a situation similar to this in the past, offered no resistance, and cooperated the entire time.
Do you think his wife is accurate when she says after his acquittal of Trayvon Martin's murder, he's got an invincibility complex?
Well, I'm not going to speculate on any of those type of questions.
Why the search warrant since you had given access and permission to enter the house?
Well, looking at a search warrant is we want to make sure that everything is handled in this particular case properly. And quite honestly, we have the house secured right now, so we would rather go and take the extra step to obtain the search warrant than proceed without it. It just makes the case stronger, and it's a safer way to address that.
How many weapons do you believe are in that house? How many weapons do you
We believe that there were at least 2 weapons inside the house, but again, that will be something that is hopefully revealed as we have the opportunity to execute that search warrant once we have it in hand.
Have you taken any calls prior to this one today to that same residence dealing with those 2?
Not that I'm aware of. There has been no prior calls involving these individuals at that particular residence that I'm aware of.
Based on similar scenarios, how likely is he going to get a bail bond tomorrow? Is he going to get out of jail?
Well, that's entirely up for a judge to decide. I mean, judge will look, he will or she will determine whether or not probable cause existed for the arrest, take all aspects of this into account, and make a determination whether or not a bond is warranted in this particular case. If it is, again, we have requested electronic monitoring, not in lieu of, but in addition to normal sanctions that somebody would face as conditions of a bond. So I got time for just a couple more questions on this.
Does he have any kind of representation at this point?
We don't know. We don't know. He has clearly the opportunity to access attorneys. We provide him with the opportunity to access telephones. So he will make those decisions as this progresses, but I don't know the answer to that question at this time.
Can you confirm the alleged victim's name?
Yes, the alleged victim's name is Samantha Scheibe.
Do you have a date of birth?
I don't, but that information will probably be released in the arrest reports that we publish to you shortly after this news conference.
What was her appearance and demeanor like when you guys showed up at the house? Clearly, she made we believe to be a frantic 911 call. By the time you guys got there, he was passive inside. What was she like outside?
I mean, she was obviously very concerned. I mean, she was concerned. She was on the phone with our dispatch, communicating as much information she could so that the deputies were prepared. And obviously, this is something that is going to shake her up. I have not had the opportunity to speak with her personally, but I know that our domestic violence investigators are working with her. She has been provided a notice of her rights, and we will be sitting with her in the coming days to make sure that she knows all of the things that are entitled to her as a domestic violence victim.
The 3 charges, are they all misdemeanors, or is one of them?
One of them is a felony. The aggravated assault with the weapon is a felony charge.
Was she in fear of her life? Did she relay that message to deputies when they responded?
She did. So one more question, then.
Is she cooperating? Because a lot of times domestic violence charges wind up getting dropped once the victim doesn't want to cooperate anymore. Is she willing to go forward with it?
Well, she is cooperating to this point. There's no reason why that we could believe why she wouldn't be. And obviously she's shaken up over this incident, like any of us would be. So she's cooperating. She's working with the deputy sheriffs, and we're going to do everything that we can do to protect her. Thank you.
You said that she was in fear of her life, but what exactly did she say about that?
The investigators are still with her now. So her exact disclosure, what exactly she said, I don't have those particular details. But obviously she was very concerned for her own safety. Especially having the weapon pointed at her and then being pushed out, barricaded out, and then damaged property on the inside of the house. So, no injuries that we can see, and again, nobody was in the house, no visible injuries. We're basing a lot of this information off of her sworn statement and report that she provided.
Do we know who owned the gun? Do we know who owned the shotgun?
Don't know any of that now. I mean, anything. We'll get it for you. I don't have it right here, but Heather Smith's in the back. She can provide all of that information to you. She's right there.
Do you know who was instigating the breaking up?
I don't know. Anything really further than this would probably be speculation on my part, and we're not prepared to do that. We want to be transparent. We want to keep you informed of what's going on. But with that, we want to be fair. We want to provide information that is accurate, and any of those things will probably be less than accurate information at this time.
Do you have a last name?
We will, and Heather Smith's in the back. She can provide that information for
The
you.
other two charges, the misdemeanors?
Yes, the other two charges of misdemeanors is a battery, and that's the battery is the pushing outside, and then the criminal mischief is the destruction and breaking a table inside the house. Thank you for your time.
Was the shotgun loaded?
We don't know at this time.